Well, I was born in the year 1957, April the 2nd, second day in April. Well, I was born here in Philadelphia, North Philadelphia in Temple Hospital, and I was the first born of I'm the firstborn of the third generation. I was named after my grandfather, and so basically, my mother and father, I was their first child. Anyway, I was the firstborn, and out of all my mother brothers and sisters, and so that's why I got a connection with basically all my family, because I kept in contact with everybody. And basically, I just had the idea because my father left here two years ago. Me and my father was real close. We was kind of distant coming from me when I came up because him and my mom always was back and forth. So I decided that and then once I got a little bit of age, but I think I was about 14. That's when me and my father started getting a communication. When my mom had broke up, he was living one block from us. We had the exact same address. We was at 2003 West North Street, and he was at 2003 West Diamond on the first floor. So I started going around there. It was during the game war time. I had a couple of friends, and like my father used to always say, I don't want you drinking on the corner. We had a little Yago, not no hard stuff, Yago, and we smoked a little weed, and he was like, yeah, I'd rather for you to come around here than to be out in the streets. At least you're safe. I can tell you some things about what you should need to be doing. So we became a little closer, and then so as time went on, during the game war time, I had got shot up real bad, and then my father came to visit me one time in the hospital. He visited me one time in the hospital, and I felt some kind of way about that, but I figured my father didn't want to see me like that because I had my guts all out on my stomach, one of those colostomy bags. And from that point, I said, ain't nobody making me gang war no more. I don't care what it is. I'm not, that's it for me. So now gang war, it was no more, I think it was about another year and a half. And they said, no, they had a slogan out, no more in 74. That's when the gang wars really stopped. They had no more. Then 1975, the Nation of Islam, the Nation of Islam started coming around in 74. And they was real instrumental of helping getting the gang war stopped. And then it was like, I went down, so from down my way, we went down there in we went to the McGonigal Hall, it was called. Is it still called that? Temple McGonigal Hall. They had a big meeting down there, and everybody went. Different gangs, everybody went down there. And I know then I wanted to be a Muslim in the Nation of Islam. And so I wound up start going to the temple right at Broad and Susquehanna. And it was called Temple number 12. And I was sincere that I felt I was a Muslim. You had to write this letter to Chicago to get an X, to get the FOI uniform. Probably seen them before. And I was the first young boy down my way to get an FOI uniform. 75. Yeah, it was 75. And I was 18. I had turned 18. And so I liked how they wore suits. And, they looked clean. And then I wound up getting a job at, it was called, they had fish and chips and steak and takes out back there. It was real popular. And it was one right next on 50th Susquehanna called the Fish and Chip. One of my old heads that owned it, next to Don's Do Shop. And they wound up putting me in there to run it. I guess they felt though I had the character to run it. And so I was doing that, and then I met this sister named Audrey. She was going to Temple number 12D. That's who I had my first child by. She was a good woman. It's just that she was a little more mature than me. I had a little insecurity. I was working, So I had my son. My father bought his crib. Matter of fact, I went and got us some furniture, living room, a kitchen. I got everything we need for the apartment. You know, so it was. I always was positive. Like as I see myself, I wanted good. You know, but anyway, I decided I wanted to. I wound up right now. I'm in my second marriage. About another 5 weeks, I'll be married for 30 years to my second wife. You know, and then I got 3 sons in that marriage. I had a son when I was in the Nation of Islam before I got married. You know, may Allah forgive me for that. And then I got married. I had 3 daughters in a row. And then once we split up, I had 3 sons in this marriage. You know, and so I raised them up in Islam. I came to Islam then, and I met my wife at Mecca Masjid. It was at Park Avenue in Susquehanna. That was the year 1989, October 1989. Matter of fact, October around the 25th, I think it was, because I'm writing from that point on now. And so when the 30 years came up last month, I started writing again every day up to now. You know, so I decided I wanted to leave my legacy behind. I wanted to tell my own story. I didn't want nobody to have to ask their uncle or somebody about me, then they can't really give them nothing. So I want to put some of my own episodes down and let my family and my friends know exactly what kind of life I went through. You know, and maybe I could help some of the youth. You know what I mean? Because I always wanted, like, I was taught that a man supposed to have a lot of women. Don't worry about marriage. Just you supposed to have a lot of women. This way you up on a pedestal. That's how I looked up to my uncles and everybody like that. You know, but I knew I wanted to be different. And the night that I really came to my senses when I was laying on the floor down there, got shot 3 times with a 38 special. And I was laying on the floor. I know I was dying because I started getting weak, you know, and I begged for my life when I couldn't hold my eyes open no more. And I talked to God. I said, look, I said, please don't let me die. I'm going to be good. You know, I'm going to be good. And I kept saying, I'm going to be good. Please don't let me die. You know, and I think back, it's been just about 48 years now that he spared me. So I said, I want to make a difference. And I want to tell that to the people. And I said, ain't nobody going to make me gain one no more. You know, so I tried to be good all the way up to that point. From that point on, then I figured that, you kind of find yourself. You know, you're doing this, you're doing that. I moved out, got my little apartment, got me a job, ABC. I still had a son then. You know, and then me and my daughter, my first daughter, me and her, we bought a house together. We wasn't married yet, but I always wanted to have a family. And I said, you know what, I want to get married. We bought the house in 86. But I would start running, like, in 86, so I started coming to Islam. And it was 86, the summer. So I kept riding by the mosque on 22nd Street, figured I was a Muslim already. And one day, Allah said, get off the bus, push me off maybe jump off the bus, say I'm going in there. And I went in there between Somerset and Cambria. And he said, it was called Masjid al-Hasha. And then I went in there, and I gave salam, assalamu alaikum. Anybody that gave me salam back, he said, yeah, so when you became a Muslim? I said, I've been a Muslim. He said, so when you took Shahada? I said, what's that? He said, no, that's what you got to do to become a Muslim. I said, yeah, well, I'm ready right now. You know, and so I was going to the mosque every day. I had one of the older brothers, had he attached it to me, and we he started picking me up in the morning. We going to the mosque praying, and I just felt good about trying to find myself. I think I was about 29.
Okay.
You know, and I was about 29, and so from that point I was learning. I wanted to learn, but I lost my focus. You know, I lost focus, and then I was backed up in my mortgage. I was backed up in the mortgage. So now I got to figure out how to get out there. I wanted to get the house taken, you know, and so I fell back, and Shaitan got me and let me fall back into the streets. You know, I listened to the whisper of the devil, so I fell back into the streets. And I said, I'm just going to do this here to help myself get out of this debt. And then I got caught up for a few years. But, you know, I was making money, you know, making a lot of money. It was just fun until I really realized that I'm on the wrong course. So I called all my brothers and everybody together and said, look, man, I'm quitting, man. Something get ready to happen. We making the money coming too fast. It's coming too fast. You know what I mean? I don't want to, you know, I want to live. You know, it's wrong. I was always like 10 years older than my brothers anyway, 10 years older than them. So I done been through it already. I already know what's going to happen. You're going to go to jail, you're going to get killed, or you're going to be on the run. You know what I mean? I already had 2 children then. So I called them together and said, man, I'm quitting. That's it. You know, I had a couple dollars saved up, but I didn't know what to do. And I always knew that. They said, you can't make dirty money clean. So I'm falling back. I'm trying to think. I'm just standing in the house. I came out at night, go to the store, whatever it is. I didn't want nobody to see me because I felt dirty. So I wanted to just get clean. And then all my money went down. Because see, when you're making money, you taking care of everybody. You just, money you think it's going to keep coming. When it ain't coming, it goes down fast. You know, so once I get all my money went down, I'm living in a high-rise apartment up there on Park Drive, man, right off of the drive, and I couldn't even pay my rent no more. But I had a couple cars, so I started selling my car. I sold the cars because I didn't want to be a marked man. They say, you see that car come over, that's so and so. So I sold that, sold the jewelry, the diamonds, I sold everything. But then I ain't really come to a grid. I started praying, and I asked the Lord to save me. I don't want to live like everybody else. And so once the money went all the way down, I still had a newsstand at 22nd and Diamond though. And I said, I'm going right back out there on my newsstand. I always had a jar of coins before I even jumped back in there, right? I had about $400 in the coins. And I took them coins, that's all I had left. And I went and bought me some pillars and some comforters. I got on that corner with a fire can, and I started selling comforters and pillars. And people started coming over to me, thought I was hustling, still hustling. But I never was a panhandler anyway. I was always a figurehead. I always had people doing stuff. And I said, man, I don't do that no more. People wasn't really believing me, but I kept going to my newsstand, selling pillows and comforters. I felt clean, you know, and I felt that I got that dirty stuff off me. And then I just started going through, and then I asked the Lord to send me a good wife, because me and my wife was going through it. You know, she wanted me to stay in the street life. She wanted the money. And I said, look, I'm ready to quit. She told me, you crazy, man, all this money you making. I said, I tried to go back out there. It only took me less than a week. I knew it was over. I said, look, that's it. I said, you want it, you go out there and do it. I said, I want to live. So we really start clashing. And so I wound up getting my own apartment, leaving her with the house that we was buying, you know, and